Let me be straight with you. American culture often confuses smart with clever. We celebrate the hustle, the grind, the person who always has an angle. We worship quick wins and slick moves. But that's not wisdom. That's just being clever. And clever doesn't age well. Ancient wisdom says, being clever once puts you ahead of others. Being wise your whole life puts you ahead of yourself. A lot of people think they're smart, but they're really just clever, constantly scheming, always stressed. Then there are those who never brag, but possess these 9 traits. They're the ones who are truly wise, solid wherever they go, respected in whatever they do. Today, we're breaking down 9 signs that prove you're genuinely wise, not clever in a manipulative way, but wise in the way that brings peace and respect. How many of these 9 do you have? Watch till the end to assess yourself. And if this resonates, hit like, subscribe, and comment with your number. 1. You know when to stay silent. Silence is often more powerful than 1,000 words. Wise people don't need to argue every point or prove they're right at all costs. They know when to speak and when to shut up. One well-timed word can build trust, but one careless comment can destroy relationships and expose weaknesses. At work, strategic silence is power. While others expose their thinking through words, the silent one keeps their cards close. Among friends, silence preserves harmony. In relationships, knowing when to be quiet prevents deeper wounds. The key: silence isn't cowardice, it's strategic. Wise people understand that saying more won't change anything, and staying quiet is actually smarter. Strategic silence doesn't make you weak, it makes you strong, composed, and unpredictable. And that unpredictability is power. Learning to talk takes a few years. Learning when to shut up takes a lifetime. 2. You can say no without guilt. People who can't say no spend their whole lives being exploited. Fear of disappointing others makes people shoulder burdens they shouldn't carry, becoming doormats until they're exhausted. At work, not knowing how to say no is a trap. Eventually, everyone assumes you're always available and responsibilities pile up. In friendships, you become the eternal lender. In relationships, you lose yourself accommodating every unreasonable request. Refusing doesn't mean you're heartless. It's self-protection. It's establishing boundaries and principles. One clear refusal today saves hundreds of problems tomorrow. Of course, refusing requires tact, firm but gentle. The more you can say no, the more respect you get, because you show clear boundaries. Remember, it's better to endure temporary anger than suffer your whole life. 3. You read people and keep strategic distance. Trusting the wrong person doesn't just cost money. Sometimes it costs your future. Not everyone who gets close has good intentions. Reading people and maintaining distance is critical. At work, reading people determines success. Choose genuine, capable collaborators, and your career opens up. In friendships, true friends don't exploit your kindness. In romance, wisdom isn't loving passionately. It's staying clear-headed, observing actions, not just believing words. Keeping distance isn't living closed off. It's setting boundaries to protect peace. Respect but don't depend. Be close but stay alert. Wise people understand. Trusting too much is naive, but trusting no one is extreme. The wisdom lies in observing carefully and maintaining just enough distance. 4. You hide your emotions strategically. Letting people see all your emotions means handing them control. Wise people never display all their joy or sadness because emotions are vulnerabilities easily exploited. At work, showing frustration gives competitors weak spots. Showing off success breeds envy. A calm face, whether in success or failure, makes you unpredictable. That's the advantage. In friendships, revealing too much becomes a burden. In love, controlling emotions is crucial. Sincerity with awareness. Hiding emotions doesn't mean being fake. It's knowing when to express and when to hold back. Not everyone deserves to see your entire inner world. Emotions are a double-edged sword. Reveal too much and you're easily hurt. Hide too much and you become lonely. Wisdom lies in the right balance. 5. You never stop learning. The day you stop learning is the day you start falling behind. Wise people understand that degrees aren't the end. They're the starting point for lifelong learning. At work, continuous learning is survival. In relationships, learners are easily respected. In personal life, learning means extracting lessons from failures. Smart people never repeat mistakes twice. Continuous learning also maintains humility. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. That humility keeps wise people from arrogance. Remember, degrees may lose value, but the habit of learning gives lifelong advantage. 6. You let go of petty things. The more mature you become, the more you realize. Holding on to meaningless things only weighs you down. If you keep wasting time on petty issues and endless arguments, you won't have anything left for bigger goals. At work, people who let go don't waste time on pointless arguments. They focus on building capability for big results. In relationships, wisdom is knowing what to keep and what to let go. In romance, learn to let go of meaningless details. Generosity and tolerance maintain happiness. Letting go doesn't mean weakness. It's having enough strength to distinguish what matters from emotional garbage. It's a wise choice to save energy for bigger goals. Life is short. Don't turn it into a garbage bin. 7. You keep your word. Your word is your most valuable asset. Money can be earned back, status rebuilt, but trust once broken is hard to repair. At work, keeping your word means respecting promises. In friendships, being there when needed is more valuable than flowery words. In love, keeping promises, even small ones, makes partners feel safe. Keeping your word doesn't mean promising recklessly. It means thinking carefully before speaking. Promise less. Deliver more. Your word is your strongest business card. It opens doors that money can't. 8. You hide your ambitions. Revealing all your ambitions is like handing someone else a weapon. In a competitive world, being too showy about goals only makes you a target for jealousy and sabotage. At work, revealing ambition too early costs you advantage. In social relationships, hiding ambition helps avoid invisible traps. In friendships, keep part of your ambition private. Not everyone genuinely supports your dreams. Hiding ambition doesn't mean giving up. It's nurturing dreams in silence. Truly wise people don't need to say much. Achieved results will be the strongest answer. 9. You choose peace over noise. The more mature you become, the more you realize. Peace is more valuable than applause. The noise and excitement of crowds might feel alive, but ultimately brings exhaustion and emptiness. At work, real success isn't how many people know you. It's living and working your way without endless competition. In relationships, people who choose peace won't participate in meaningless arguments. In personal life, peace is enjoying quiet moments without needing noise. Choosing peace doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It's not letting yourself get swept up in noisy crowds. Peace is also a form of wealth. In a society full of hustle, people who can sit quietly with themselves are the strongest. The bottom line, wisdom is what you build, not what you're born with. If you have these 9 traits, congratulations. You're already miles ahead of most people. But if you're missing some, don't worry. Wisdom isn't something you're born with. It's something you can cultivate every day. Real wisdom, it's quiet, it's strategic, It's playing the long game while everyone else is scrambling for quick wins. It's the person who knows when to speak and when silence is more powerful. It's someone who can say no without guilt, who reads people like books, who learns constantly but never brags about it. These 9 traits aren't about manipulation or scheming. They're about emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and genuine maturity. They're about understanding that success isn't measured by who's loudest, but by who's most at peace. They're about knowing that respect isn't demanded. It's earned through consistency, integrity, and wisdom. Think about the people you most respect. Chances are, they embody most of these traits. They're not the showiest people in the room. They're not constantly posting on LinkedIn about their wins. They're not chasing every trend or trying to impress everyone. They're just solid, dependable, wise. And that's why they command respect without demanding it. The beautiful thing about wisdom is this: it's a practice, not a destination. You don't wake up one day and suddenly have all 9 traits perfected. You work on them. You fail. You learn. You adjust. You grow. That's the journey. So here's your challenge. Out of these 9 traits, which ones do you already have? Which ones do you need to work on? Be honest with yourself. Self-awareness is the first step to wisdom. Drop a comment below with a number. How many of these 9 do you've got? Don't be shy. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. And sometimes your honest answer inspires someone else to do their own assessment. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more wisdom on personal growth, emotional intelligence, and living intentionally. Every like and subscription helps us reach more people who need these messages. Know someone who's clever but not yet wise? Someone who's hustling hard but burning out? Someone who needs to hear these truths? Share this article. Sometimes the most valuable gift you can give someone is a mirror to see themselves more clearly. Remember, being clever might get you in the door, but being wise keeps you in the room and makes everyone else want to stay there with you. Build your wisdom. Trust the process. Respect the journey.